everyone, I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Today we're going to be taking a little trip down memory lane to discuss some past speculation and how it could tie into 2023, what we might, or in my opinion, should receive in 2023. Before anything, I do want to say that what we're going to be discussing in this video was actually brought up again very recently in December of 2022, just last month on the Sims forums by Sims forums user Plumboy23. All the way back in 2020, around the teasing and release of Journey to Batu, Sim Guru Lindsay actually brought up several features that she mentioned were not coming in that very particular moment, but most of which from that point up until now we've received except for one thing. So of course this is fueling speculation. So huge shout out to Plumboy23. I went all the way back and pulled up the blog post that post is referring to. We're going to read through it today and I guess kind of skim through to see what's changed since then. And it's going to be really interesting looking back at this post in hindsight. The Sims 4 was really messy in 2020. This was around the time the whole skin tone debacle was going on with misrepresentation and them having to fix and adjust that, which was long overdue. But in general, Simmers were just not happy with the state of The Sims 4, all of the things that were missing from the game after so many years, and the official Sims team made a post titled "A Letter from the Sims Team." For those of you that were around at this time, you're going to remember that. If not, this is going to be new to you. They post, "Hi Simmers, we want you to know we've been seeing all your feedback and we hear you. As we always have been, we're committed to growing The Sims as a game and as a community. So instead of trying to respond to a variety of tweets, we wanted to consolidate some thoughts and updates in one place. Bullet point 1 out of 4. We are working on adding significantly more skin tones before the end of the year and we'll share news on our progress soon. Beyond that, we're committed to continuing to expand representation in The Sims 4. This is not one step, but a journey." And it's definitely a journey that they are still on to this day. We've seen now with multiple updates, multiple packs, they continue to expand on representation. Definitely think they're a lot better than where they used to be, but I don't think they are where they should be. Now onto the second of 4 bullet points. On upcoming content, when we consider something for addition to the game, we consider what it will take to update it meaningfully. This is just as true for babies as it would be for cars, bunk beds, or any other number of feature requests. Sometimes there is a foundational technology we need to work through, and sometimes we need to dig into designs more deeply to make sure we understand your expectations. This work takes time and we don't update you on these projects until they become more real. Game development in general can feel like a long process, and like most of the world, we are adjusting to a continued state of working from home. So at this time, because of the pandemic and all of that stuff, they were working from home. But they do mention many features here that at the time we didn't have in the game, or we didn't have any news about it. Honestly, most Simmers thought that at that point we wouldn't even get them. Babies were mentioned because we had been asking for improved babies. We were just tired and fed up with babies being objects and all of that stuff. Cars is on here, so they know that cars is a highly requested feature. They also have bunk beds on here as well. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. We're gonna go on to paragraph 3 out of 4 because there's more to add to that list. They write, "In just a matter of weeks, we'll be sharing more about our exciting next expansion pack, which we've been working on since last year. I wanna set expectations now though that cars, babies, farms, and bunk beds are not part of this expansion pack. We understand how important these features are to you, but we want to be honest that they are not part of this upcoming pack." So acknowledging they weren't a part of that pack, which I'm pretty sure would go on to be Snowy Escape. I think that's the pack that they were referring to here. But they mention these things specifically because they know we do not shut up about them. Cars, babies, farms, and bunk beds. And now before I get into what I want to say about that, here's the last paragraph. "As a team, we're going to make more of an effort to communicate what's coming with more regularity and transparency so that you continue to feel in the loop about new features, experiences, packs, general information." They have definitely fallen short on that last one, and I feel like I'm not surprised. I feel like every time they say they're going to improve with transparency, they improve temporarily and then it just dies out. But people also make really good points that any time they try to be transparent, I'm not saying that this is the case all the time or every single time, but I'm sure this is the case some of the time, that when they do Maxis monthlies and stuff, they get so much backlash from the community that they just decide it doesn't work and they stop doing it. Honestly, I really feel like there is some truth to that. Like, they did do Inside Maxis, they did do Maxis monthly, but have you noticed they've completely stopped that? And I'm sure that the community's response to these things is probably part of the reason. In a video that I uploaded yesterday, I actually received a comment from War Shadow, and it's a really good point. They write, they had tried that, the Maxis monthly. People got so nasty to the gurus, I think that messed everything up. If simmers weren't so volatile, more like other games followers, it would be different. Just like they did to early gameplay for Project Renee. Someone leaked screenshots. I've played games like Neverwinter, World of Warcraft, etc. that have had people do beta, alpha, game bug testing. They never had leaks. They felt honored to have been chosen and wanted the best games launch, so they respected the developers. Sims fans do not. And that is a really good point. And honestly, bringing up everything that happened with Project Renee, they opened up early playtesting, not even like early, but like extremely early. We know that Project Renee or Sims 5, whatever it's gonna be called, isn't coming for God knows how many years, and they started playtesting this early, I guess to get a head start on how they could improve and make the best game possible, and then look what happened. Someone that played the game early through playtesting posted that footage while breaking what was likely an NDA or some sort of embargo, because that was definitely not supposed to happen. So there's definitely a trust issue. Even though my video and my point really had nothing to do with live streams or Maxis monthly, it was simply just kind of about a picture roadmap that's posted every month and simultaneously updated. The point with Maxis monthly though stands true. It definitely did cause a lot of backlash. So I really don't know how transparency is going to change going forward, but that's not the point of this video. I don't know why I decided to go off on a little tangent about that, but I guess that was something that I probably should address since we are on the topic of transparency here from this statement. But what I want to talk about now are the features that SimGuru Lindsay and the Sims team reveal here in this post, confirming by setting expectations, cars, babies, farms, and bunk beds are not part of this EP. What have we received since then? Since the statement was made all the way up until this point now today, January 8th of 2023. Babies, well, we haven't received babies, but we have news that we're getting infants. Pretty much a response to the outcry for improved babies. I don't think improved babies would have worked. They would have to rip up the foundation of the game to change those and overhaul those, and honestly, in my opinion, it would have caused more issues than it would have gotten rid of. So I can see why they decided to go the infant route. So the babies here, I guess, being addressed with infants, which we know is going to be coming sometime this year. Farms, which we did get, not with the next expansion pack Snowy Escape, but with the following expansion pack, Cottage Living. So that was another thing on their list. And yes, even on this list, they talk about bunk beds, even eventually got those. So we have gotten every single thing on this list, guys, except for one thing. And what is that one thing? Cars. I guess this proves that they are listening to us, just implementing things very slowly. It's taken a couple of years to get every single thing except one thing from this list, but now that has me really wondering. If those are the most requested things and we got 3 out of 4 of those things, honestly, I really feel like we could see cars this year. And if not this year, then maybe next year, because we know The Sims 4 is going to be going on for quite a long time. As recently confirmed, there's still many more years of content planned. They're working on Sims 5 or Project Renee, and that's expected to take a couple of years. So it's possible that maybe not even this year, but sometime in the future, we will probably see cars. This is honestly a really good way to speculate by bringing up older blog posts like this one and kind of comparing and contrasting to what we've received, what we haven't received, if their thoughts and their commitments have stood true over the years or not. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you think we might see cars either this year or sometime in the future, considering all of these other highly requested things we've received or will receive in terms of, you know, infants in reference to babies here. Let me know below. I love you guys. Take Take care, happy simming.